you guys, I am back for another movie review. Now, I just saw the new Netflix movie that everybody's been talking about with Jaime Fox and Snoop Dogg. Just wait till you hear my review. Another movie review. Now, after watching this review, if you do like it, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. If you do want to see more of me and my movie reviews, go ahead and hit that subscribe. To all my new subscribers, I want to say, hey, I'm not going to let you down. So let's get right into this movie. Now, this movie, which is called Daylight, is a new Netflix movie that's streaming on Netflix, okay? And you know when Netflix is kind of hit or miss, we don't know if it's good, we never know what we're gonna get. It is directed by stuntman turned director, which is J.J. Perry. He did so many action-packed movies. He does like the neck turning and bone breaking type of stuff. He did John Wick in 2014. He did the first Triple X with Ice Cube. And he's just done so many movies, Bloodsport, things like that. So he knows what he's doing with action. And then being innocent, you have Jaime Fox and Snoop Dogg. You have Meagan Good that's playing his wife. And you also have Dave Franco. And you know he is the little brother of James Franco. Now, he made so many different movies. He actually, I feel one of his best movies that I've seen, of course, is Neighbors. I was going to say sorority. It's Neighbors 1 and then Neighbors 2. I think that was really kind of a breakout thing, but it really shows the comedic side of Dave Franco because he is really a funny guy. Both of them brothers are really talented. So when you put all of them in this movie together, you want to know, does it work, lovely? You know what? This movie really works. This movie is really good. I can just jump. Let's just start with the soundtrack. The soundtrack was off the chain. You had like Nipsey Hussle. You had like ODB, which is Old Dirty Bastard. You had, of course, NWA. You had a lot of different people in this soundtrack. And it wasn't just rap. It wasn't just rap. But you had a soundtrack that really kept you involved. I mean, I was really surprised when I heard the music. It was really, it keeps you involved. It really does. You're going to hear a lot more about that soundtrack. Now, I was nervous about, okay, who wants to see something about hunting vampires? The first thing that pops into your mind is Blade. Is this going to be like a different type of Blade? Or is this going to be like ridiculous? You know, like Meet the Blacks Part 2. You know, when Cat Williams was a vampire? No. It is nothing like that, you guys. This movie is actually really good. It is really, really funny. I mean, the script to this movie is going to have you dying. It's not that cheesy type of comedy. It is that real diehard like belly. I did like some real belly laughs. Like, like it was really funny. It was new. It was innovative. I love that. You know, I believe the person that wrote this movie was Tyler Tice or something like that. I'll go ahead and shoot that name up because you know me, I'll massacre a name in a minute. But the thing that really worked for me was the chemistry. Sometimes you can't even predict that type of chemistry would work. The chemistry between Jaime Fox and Dave Franco, it really, really matched. I wasn't sure if it was, but it really matched. They kind of fed off of each other with their comedy. Because, you know, it's hard to stand up to Jaime Fox. You go all the way back to Living Color. But it's the fact that they both were complimenting each other. Now, Jaime Fox is the king. He was able to lead role. It wasn't like, you know, Dave Franco took from him. They both just fed off of each other, like I said. And I think that's what it showed on film. They were so funny. They were likable. You know, this movie is about Jaime Fox. I'm not going to give you spoilers because I want you guys to go see it. And I just seen it yesterday, so I want you guys to see this movie. So I'm not going to give you spoilers. I'm going to just give you a little bit of the description. But he's trying to make money. He is a vampire hunter hunter. He is a vampire hunter, and he's in the San Fernando Valley trying to kill vampires to make money because he does not want his daughter to move away. Sounds kind of like, you know, First Sunday, where Ice Cube didn't want his son to move away, so he had to make this money. So it's kind of like it begins something like that, where it's like desperate times calls for desperate measures. So he starts working with Snoop Dogg in the union, and they're going out just killing vampires, and the way they do it is something spectacular. You see them do some things. I mean, it's some contortionists in there. They're doing some things with these vampires, and I thought that the movie just really worked. It was really, really believable. The relationship between Meagan Good and Jaime Fox was really believable. They did have that chemistry as well. She's been an actress since she's been little. I've loved her since Eve's Bayou, and she's done things like Roll Bounce and all these other movies, so I knew that she would be good in whatever she did, but sometimes you don't see that this chemistry. One, even though it seems a bit extreme with them hunting vampires and stuff, even though she doesn't know about it, so oops, why'd I say that? Even though it seems a bit little far-fetched, it still worked. It still seemed believable. Now, Snoop Dogg, he didn't have a really big role in it. He did, but he didn't. You know what I'm saying? He did, but he didn't. But that's Snoop Dogg. He has come such a long way from Baby Boy. He really knows what he's doing with this acting. I mean, we've seen him just basically grow over the years. And, you know, my boy is talking about he knows how not to age. I don't know, Snoop. I was seeing quite areas up in there. Of course, we can't fight the inevitable, which is aging. So he told People magazine he got a secret to aging like fine wine, and you know, we might want to check that out because he does look pretty good. He does look pretty good, you feel me? He's still skinny like a racehorse, but you know what? That's all good. But like I said, this movie is actually really good. It is very, I think it's very funny. You have realistic characters in it. You really are going to like this movie. So you know what? Netflix, you did that. For that $100 million that you spent on this movie was well spent. Again, if you have any comments, go ahead and leave them for me so we could talk about it. And until then, I'll see you next time.